And so, well, this happened to me unexpectedly only last week when I flew into LA to attend an actual manifestation event. And I know I'm in the middle of a quantum leap, but also in the middle of an identity shift. So I'm working and moving as the woman who already has the next level. That's how identity shift works. So I booked the suite in the top hotel and I upgraded the flight ticket. So I went as the version of me who already has the wealth, who already has the business level. So I'm walking into the version of myself and I'm going to be surrounded by highly successful businesswomen from all across the USA. And I was so excited and literally ready to go. It was a last minute decision and it was a 5-day trip. And so once I'd booked the suite, I was like, wow, this is happening. But everything was going great. The plane flight was fantastic. Everything was nice. Everything was going as I expected until the suite arrived. And believe me, it was beautiful. It was massive, spacious, luxurious, more than I could have asked for. But I'd unpacked and sort of made myself a drink, and suddenly feelings of self-doubt started to rise. And they were getting loud, and I mean really loud. And they were saying, "How can you afford this, Joe? You're mad spending this kind of money. Do you really need all this space when there's only you? How dare you take up so much room? Who says you can have all this luxury?" And honestly, they were getting so loud that even I was getting a bit worried. Now, just a few years ago, I would have allowed that fear to probably dictate my entire reality from that moment. Every future step I made on that holiday would have been shrunk in fear and probably not even gone to the event because I would have felt so unworthy. I would have self-sabotaged myself. But due to the fact I know now what's happening to me, and I know exactly how to overcome this and why it's happening, I could just simply observe myself as we are souls having this human experience. And this was the human part of me stepping up and screaming and shouting, showing me what I needed to work on. Now, before I would have reacted. Now I don't. I look at it from my soul's point of view and I'm watching the human part of me having the reactions, the feelings. I'm not denying them, but I'm aware of them. So I can quickly change the meaning, the story, and I can swap those limiting beliefs in straight away. Because most people don't grasp this idea that we can change how we do what we do and how we feel. Because I was having imposter syndrome really coming up really strong. And even I was a bit surprised that this room suite had actually triggered myself, because only recently I'd upgraded rooms before and they were really nice rooms, but this was double the price of those. And there was something within this space that was really upsetting and bringing up what I needed to be listening to and working with. So it can often happen when we are growing, when we're stretching, when we're trying to rise, whether that's in business, relationships, careers, or simply starting to realize that you want to raise your standards. So I'll give you just something to write down, because this can help, especially when you're having that wobble, and it just helps you remind yourself that you have the power and the control to change. I can be standing in the very thing I asked for and still feel uncomfortable and scared. And that's okay, because now I can change this and I'm aware of why and what's happening.